Fox wants to do Trump a favor, right? They want to give Trump some advice on how he can distract the American people from all this negative attention that he's been getting. And what you're about to watch right now is incredibly scary and destructive when you consider the fact that Trump watches Fox religiously, and he usually acts or reacts to whatever it is, whatever advice they give him on these various shows on Fox. So let's take a look at this video from Fox and Friends.
Do you think this will be the #1 story?
Oh, I have no doubt that Comey and now that the $30,000 payoff to a doorman about a purported love child. That
if the president in France and the UK decide to strike Syria, don't you think that story would be a bigger story than Comey's book that's released on Tuesday?
Geraldo didn't actually address her question. He kind of pivoted towards something a little different. But what I thought was interesting was that she made that suggestion. I mean, that is incredibly scary because Trump does listen to Fox, does watch it, and oftentimes does take whatever advice its hosts have. I mean, the idea of engaging or escalating war in Syria just so you can distract people from what's going on is terrifying. And I think it's feasible. I think it's something Trump would consider doing.
I think even Geraldo, if you look in that clip, he was in his eyes before he answered. I think he computed that Donald Trump is watching this. If I agree with her right now, that I'm kind of throwing myself under the bus. So you're absolutely right. That signal's being sent.
Here's what's scary. You know, the Constitutional Convention at one time, they debated perhaps having a triumvirate as president. I think we've got it now. And it's Steve Doocy and Ainsley Earhardt and Brian Kilmeade. God save the Republic.
Yes. So I totally agree with Maz. Geraldo clearly was like, oh my God, why did she say that? We're not supposed to say that out loud, right? So that's why he did the pivot.
Watch this weekend.
Right. And so, as I was saying earlier in the show, these allies of the president, the right-wing allies, are using Fox News as a switchboard to get to him. So here is Fox News saying, now, wouldn't it be a good idea if the president were to fire Rosenstein on Tuesday, or in this case, bomb Syria on Tuesday, right? So the firing the Rosenstein and the Mueller was Mark Meadows on an earlier clip. In this case, it's Ainsley Earhardt saying, why don't you start a war, Mr. President?
No, I'm terrified. I'm so scared that he is going to make the decision to, to escalate war in Syria, that, we're gonna send more troops there. I do not want to engage in war in Syria. And I just, if Fox News continues this talking point, I have no doubt that he's going to listen, because that's what he does.
It's been a week. This is not Donald Trump's normal pace, right? To wait a week, to take his time, right? No, he waited, and he's waiting until that's the right timing to announce this attack on Syria. And I think either she heard it from him or he's going to hear it from her.
Yeah, so Sunday, Comey's big interview is with ABC comes out. Tuesday is when the book comes out. So sometime right around that, the two things to look out for is Rosenstein getting fired, both because he wants to screw up the investigation and obstruct justice again, but also wants to use it as timing to detract from the Comey issue. And now, even worse, starting a war. And they're brazenly basically asking him to do it on national television. Starting a war, getting people killed, let alone all the other incredibly damaging things that happen in a war. Playing with people's lives to distract people from the political mess that Donald Trump is in. And the fact that Fox says that with no conscience at all. Like, hey, wouldn't it be a good idea to start a war? Like, people then wouldn't pay any attention to the Comey stuff, wouldn't it? I mean, just when you thought Fox News and this whole right-wing mess couldn't get any lower, they somehow find a way to get lower and go beyond the bottom of the barrel.
There's a sociopathic mentality and a lack of sympathy and empathy for victims in the world. So to even suggest that idea of, hey, what about, because it's not a debate that they're having going, oh, there's these serious issues. Syria is a serious issue. What if a war were to happen in Syria? What do we how do we cover this? How it's not a constructive debate. It really was like all she had. The only thing missing from that clip was her going, winking and go. You know what I'm saying?
Or how about saying, wag the dog?
Wag the dog.
You just watched the video by the Young Turks, the home of the revolution. If you'd like to get the full show, come join us and become a member. tytnetwork.com/join.